Hey y'all, it's your girl Meesh, and welcome to a new year of the episode Love Meesh podcast, where I share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests, but no subject is off limits. It's a billion people in the world, and I'm just one of them. So welcome to my world, and let the conversation continue. Hey loves, welcome to another episode of Love Meesh podcast. I'm super excited about this podcast because we are talking about tarot. I bought this book, Tarot for Dummies, from Barnes & Noble. If you Google Barnes & Noble and type in your zip code, it will give you your local store. If you call your local store and tell them whatever book you want to get, they will literally go pull it off of the shelf and put it at the front for you. So when you come in, all you have to do is go to the cash register and get your book and you're out. I literally had on like pajamas, my bonnet, went in there, walked out. I had my book. I am going to take some time to just go in there because they actually have a calendar where they do like circle time with kids. They have different activities for babies, school age kids, and adults. And I thought it was interesting. And I usually go to the library because, books and audiobooks and movies and all this stuff is free. But I'm really starting to buy and build my own collection of books. And I'm probably going to spend hours in there. And I also need to do a book giveaway for Love Meesh Publishing. So me and my sister are going to chop that up. I just had to take care of some other things first, and then we could do our book giveaway, and I'm definitely going to be getting the items from there. Now, some people I heard actually go in there and read books, fold a page, come back and read, and I was just like, oh. They usually have coffee shops, donuts, and little snacks, sandwiches in there as well, and pens and different odds and ends. I saw birthday gifts in there, not just books, so the store is evolving just like everything else in life. So I read this book, you guys, and I was in tears because with my background growing up in Christian, if it wasn't the Bible, God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, it was of the devil. It was evil. You're going to hell, this, that, the other. You basically had it drilled in your mind so much so that you stay away from other things. And the author of this book is Amber Jeanty. And I just want to send a special prayer or blessing out to her because this book literally changed my life. I was telling myself, oh my God, you guys have to read this. It literally changed my life. Now, some people can just look up tarot cards and the definition and they're good. I'm such a school nerd. My sign is Libra. I'm an air sign. I'm everything about knowledge and wisdom. And, I just love school. I would keep going if it wasn't for the student loans. But I'm at a point now to where you don't even have to go to school. Schools tell you to get books that have study cases in them. So at the end of the day, you're really just paying the college because of their name, paying the professors tuition, and you getting that regular ass book that you could have got on your own and learned the subject. Nowadays, teachers are just reading from PowerPoints anyways, right? So what's the point? Instead of getting a PhD and being Dr. Jackson, I'm just going to get certificates in different things, in different fields of studies. Whether it just be a personal certificate or a certificate with the state, so that I can then turn around and use the knowledge that I have and charge if I choose to, or share for free if I choose to. It's completely up to me. And that's why they say knowledge is power, you guys. Because once you learn that skill, you can keep it for yourself, you could share it for free, or you could charge. That's literally, we charge people to learn. If you guys haven't figured this out, this book wasn't free. School is only free up to 12th grade. So knowledge really is power, because once you gain that knowledge, you're good to go. Think of fishing, for example. If I take a fishing class, that person has taught me how to fish. Therefore, I can fish forever and feed myself, my family. You know what I mean? The little bitty price that I paid for that fishing class is priceless compared to what I could do with that skill for the rest of my life. So that's starting to sound like another podcast. Let me reel it back in. Tarot for Dummies. Send a special blessing out to Miss Amber Jeanty. This book was phenomenal. I actually have the book with me, and I want to share some tidbits with you before I actually go over the cards. to kind of, discourage some of the myths or feelings that I was having about it before I read it. So let's jump right in, okay? So the first thing that I wanted to go over in the book, which one did I highlight first? Oh, okay. I forgot what I had. I had folded the page and forgot what I was supposed to say. Okay, so okay, so she starts out with saying you probably have had your tarot cards read or have been wanting to have them read for quite some time. My best friend, she showed me, what is the lady name? She is on YouTube, Wisdom and Light. I'm gonna just have to put the link on the page. On YouTube, different people I will follow, they will do your tarot card readings. And not just tarot cards, because tarot cards are the ones with the knights, the clubs, the wands. But there are other cards out there as well. And I think those are more oracle cards. I guess I could do another podcast on those. Those are more like pictures with words and paragraphs. But tarot cards are all the same. No matter who makes the tarot card, it still will say wand, wand, wand. Different pictures, different meanings from those people. But oracle cards are different. You won't see wands and stuff in there. It could be angels. It could be anything else outside of that formula for the tarot. So yeah, I'm gonna pinpoint that and do another podcast on oracle cards, because I have those. The first cards that I bought were oracle cards, and shout out to my best friend Marion. She had them and she would read them for me, and I was interested. She basically started this journey before me, and then my older sister jumped in, and so I've just been watching the two of them and learning and taking the journey on my own path, not following their path, but taking some of the tools and using them on my own journey. So, and that's what they are. Everything that you learn basically is just a tool in your life, and you could use that tool however you see fit. So, my best friend, she had cards. She told me to knock on. Now these are just oracle cards. She was like, knock on it 3 times. She was like, shuffle it really good. Knock on it 3 times to put your energy over there, and flip over 3 cards. And I would read the 3 cards, and I promise you guys, I kid you not, those 3 cards would reflect my life. It was so funny, and that's literally what it's supposed to do. It's basically a mirror. It's a reflection of you, and it gives you a different viewpoint. So you're probably seeing things one way, and when you look at those cards, you're able to see them in a different light. That's all. I actually had showed my friend the oracle cards, and he was like, none of those resonate with me. I was like, oh my God. So it may not be for everybody, and that's okay. That is okay. So I will look at the YouTubes, and it's usually about relationships, but I'm off of that. There's so much more to life than to just hone in on a relationship. I'm just so over it. I think I'm focused on my business now and getting these coins in the bank, and whatever it's supposed to be will be, okay? But she did romance a lot, and then she started to do your whole life and celebrities and different stuff like that. So I've always been interested in watching the people do them on YouTube. I never brought it into my own home, to my own toolbox. So this is a new journey for me as well. I'm not a teacher, just a sharer. I learn it, I share it. I can never hold it in. Sharing is caring, and that's just who I am. That's just what I do. If you know me, that's just me. So, my best friend, she got the tarot. She was talking about it, and I was lost. She was printing out different things and learning. She's more self-taught. I didn't really get it into this book. I read this book, and it opened my mind to understand it a lot more. This is just how I learn. I'm a student. I needed a book. And these books, Dummies, they're kind of like in school format without, test quizzes or homework assignments. So it really works well for me. If you don't need the book, that's fine. You can print out the cheat sheets for what the cards are, and boop, go use them. I have the link under, about this episode. But if you want to read the book, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So let me get back to the first thing I wanted to read from the book. So she was like, you probably have had your tarot card read or have been wanting to have them read for quite some time. I also assume that you're fairly new to reading tarot cards and want to get your feet wet. Therefore, I offer you a warm and friendly wading pool. She says, I assume that you're reading this book with an open mind and wishing to raise your level of awareness. I also make the assumption that you won't agree with everything I say or suggest that you do. My final assumption, this is the beginning. She made a joke. She's funny through this whole book. This is beginning to sound like a religious rite. My final assumption is that you know that you are the final authority on the context of this book and the tarot. I share my knowledge and experiences with you, and it's up to you to take what you need and leave the rest. Whoever you are, whatever your reasons are for reading this book, I welcome you with respect and love. Y'all, I literally cried. Wasn't that beautiful? Oh my God. So she had me hooked right there. And then she goes on to say, friendships start with people asking each other questions and they start sharing information. And she was basically explaining how this book is. She answered a lot of questions and then she started sharing the information. So the next thing I wanted to share with you guys from the book is how they break down. So there are 22 major arcana cards. There are 40 minor arcana cards. And there are 16 court or royalty cards. And that's how they break down. Okay, so keep going. I basically folded different pages so that I can say what I wanted to say from those pages. The next one, she says, I recommend that you follow your own inner directives. In other words, feel free to read this book in any way that fits your own special personality. She just keeps saying that. I love how she's leaving you in control of your own life. Hello. Let's see. She says, you are in luck. You can reinvent yourself. When used properly, the tarot is a set of archetypical symbols possessing the potential to do amazing things. The renowned mystic P.D. Oskopensky, which I haven't looked him up yet, but I am excited to do so, stated that the tarot contains the means to build anything, even a new world. And with me, the next thing I'm going to be looking into and digging into is the mind. When he says the tarot contains the means to build anything, if the tarot is helping you look at a new perspective, that's going back to your mentality. And if you can create new mentalities or continue to grow, cultivate, and challenge your mentality, your mind actually is building your world. It hits your mind before you make a choice. You thought about a car before you saved the money, before you went to the car lot and bought the car. It all started in the mind. So that's where he's going with that. The mind is so powerful. I just started reading this book, sidebar, called, what is the book called? I'm so bad. My short-term memory is ridiculous, you guys. The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley. I have it on audiobook. Again, I told y'all to get this app called, do y'all remember? Libby. It's absolutely free. You just put your library card on there. Library cards are free. There's no reason why anybody should not have a library card. And if you do not, shame on you. Do you know back in the days they would charge you to have a library card because it was members only? And to me, that stems back to slavery, because if we couldn't read, we couldn't get knowledge, we couldn't make these changes that we need, we couldn't understand that what they were doing was wrong, XYZ. So yeah, the library would need a card, which means they hold the keys to whether they're going to give you the card or not. And the library is the most important place in the world. The library has knowledge and wisdom. You should have a library in your home. There are libraries in schools. There's libraries in every city. You know what I mean? And now everybody has a library in their phone. You can look up free PDF books. If you type in a book on YouTube, somebody's reading it. It could be an audio book. If you Google it, somebody saved a PDF. I mean, I can go on that topic for days, but I'll save that for my LMP group because I'm very passionate about learning and books and such. But let's get back to the tarot. The tarot can help you become aware of the archetypes or symbols or patterns embedded in your subconscious and the collective unconscious that keeps coming at you with suggestions. To be someone other than who you want to be, the tarot can help you separate the archetypes you want from those that you don't. The tarot's imagery can help you assign different and better meanings to the pictures and symbols of your own life. The tarot can also help you adopt new and improved habits that support your chosen, course of actions. For example, when I decided to stop drinking coffee and to start drinking more nourishing beverages, I saw myself as the woman with the strength card. That is one of the cards. When I'd feel my desire for coffee roar, I'd call up the strength's image in her mind, y'all. That image reminded me that I have the final say about acting on my decision. So again, she's battling her mind. I want coffee. No, we're not getting coffee. And I just figured that out myself, you guys. I got up at 5. Well, I set my alarm for 5:30 because I knew I wasn't going to get up at 5. The alarm went off, and I kind of moped around. But I did get up, and I went to the gym, and I'm going to try to start doing that every day. Y'all, I felt so good just by going to the gym. No. First thing I have to do when I wake up is feed this belly, y'all. Brush my teeth, washed up, made some cereal. I even watched one of my TV shows, The Magicians. Check it out. And then I got dressed for the gym, went to the gym for an hour, saw the sun come up through the window, came home, stretched, did yoga, did my meditations, said my affirmations, took a shower, got dressed for work, even did my makeup, and I usually don't have time to do my makeup. My hair is twisted up, so all I have to do is put on my stocking cap and throw my wig on, so that's easy. And then I went to work early. I wasn't frustrated driving. I was on time. I had enough time to walk across the bridge. I got to work perfectly fine. It was a good day. After work, I was up still, y'all, to like 1. So I stay up to 1 anyway, but sleeping in, I have to be to work at 9:30. Sleeping in to about 8, I miss out on all that time from getting up at 5, 6, 7, 8. I lose 4 hours a day. And then I don't want to go to the gym. But if I do it in the day, it's done. I don't have to worry about it no more. So y'all might want to look into that as well. And when I look at my celebrity TV shows like the Kardashians, they literally schedule their day, the whole day. And they might have assistants that are scheduling them for them to make sure that they do all of that stuff. But if you don't schedule it, it's not going to get done. If it's not scheduled into your day, you will not get it done. So I actually have a planner. I had a planner last year and I ended in March. I have a planner again this year and I'm going to keep up with it. But everything that's in that planner is getting done. Every timer that I have on my phone, I am completing that timer. And I'm going to put a screenshot on my page because the timer's like get up, eat breakfast, go to the gym, come home, meditate, shower, do your makeup. Like I have a timer like that too. But they schedule their day, y'all. You have to schedule your day. But all these books, all these audio, it's really just retraining your mind. Whatever you didn't learn as of today, you have to retrain yourself. And I want to say you can't really blame your parents or your teachers or even yourself because you can't do better until you know better. But once you do know, it's time to implement it. And it comes into your life when it's time. Maybe you didn't need to plan your life before, but maybe it is time to start planning your life. I don't know. It's different ways to look at that. But I like what she said. I have the final say on acting on my desires. It's the mind, y'all. It's a battle. It's almost like it's not you. It's another person, another being that you have to control. It's so creepy. So let's see. I had something else here. Okay. The tarot is a tool that helps you look at the archetypes that you're holding and determine if and how you'd benefit from changing them. When you change an archetype, an image, symbol, or concept, you can in time change yourself. When you change yourself, you help to change the world. That is awesome. Change yourself, change the world. We all want to change the world. I want to change the world so bad. I can't. I'm one person. There's too many people in the world to try to change. Even if starting today, I would help one person every day of my life. I wouldn't be able to do everybody. My uncle died at 90. Even with 24 hours in each day for 90 years, still not enough time to help everybody. So the best thing you could do is help yourself, and others will be helped by you helping yourself. And let me tell you how this is true. I used to think that was bull BS. How is helping me going to feed a homeless person? No. It's not looking at it that way. Let me give you another example, though. I joined Planet Fitness. They have different prices, but I have the cheapest price. Look, I just need to go to the one location up the road. I don't care about the massage machines, like whatever. When I get some more income, because that's another thing too. Your expenses should be less than your income so that you can save. If it's neck and neck, you will never save, and you're on a rat wheel. Like, who wants to do? That's the problem with Americans right now. And yes, I say Americans because other cultures, they don't live or shop like us. And they save completely different from us and invest different. But again, that's another podcast. So I joined the gym, Planet Fitness. With a lot of the programs that I have, they do have share options to where you share, you get different rebates, get backs, or whatever. So this year, I'm actually going to make a shirt for everything that I represent. And when people ask about it, I'm going to have cards made so that I can hand out my referrals, right? These companies believed in me. I want to believe in them. Planet Fitness is helping me get fit, want to live a long life, for my husband, for my family, for my next generations. Like, I want to be a great grandmother one day. Great, if the Lord let me. And not taking care of my body is 100% a way that I'm not going to be able to do that. So if you can't sign up for a gym membership, that's fine. You could walk. Your gym or your apartment should have one. I'm sorry, not your gym, your apartment or condo could have one. If you have a friend that has one, just ask them for the code to the gate and go to their darn gym. Even with like Planet Fitness, they have an option where you can refer a friend. I just don't have that package, so you can even go with a friend. The point is, you can't sit on your ass all day and expect this body to take care of itself. It's doing an amazing job, but you can help it along, just like your car. You go get oil changes. Am I wrong? You get your tires changed. Am I wrong? You clean it. My mama even have a freaking card where she can get unlimited clean for her car. So we just care about so much other stuff, but what's most important is ourselves. Without you in this body and life in your lungs, what good would a car wash car be? What good would a car be? Like, all the other stuff is not as important as you. You come first. So I'm so big on health, and from church to the doctors to what we were taught. And I feel like I'm a third generation, maybe fourth. Our health has been shitty. We have so got to get better. Oh, look at the white girl running or the white man running. Yeah. You want to know why? Because they have instilled in their family how you need to run and get the blood pumping through your body so you can get more oxygen into your veins and your lungs and into your blood. Hello? And get your heart rate up. So they know the science behind running, and they probably don't even want to do it. But not wanting to do something is not as important as their life, so they do it. You have to weigh your pros and your cons, and if the pros win, you have to do it. Simple as that. So let me get back to the story. I signed up for Planet Fitness. I share, Planet Fitness. Sometimes I have little rants like, yes, we go to church and they talk about the Lord, but then they want to serve us baked beans, macaroni, cheese, and ribs, and wonder why we got high blood pressure and diabetes. Like, it just blows my mind. Makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. To me, love starts with self-care, and I should love myself more than anybody else, which means I don't care what nobody else's standards of fat and skinny is, but everybody on this planet, you have your own standards of fat and skinny, which is basically healthy and unhealthy. Let's just be honest. And you just need to look yourself in the mirror and make sure that you do what you need to do to be not your lazy healthy, but your true, honest healthy. And if you aren't there, you have work to do. Hell, I have work to do. I want to get my ass plump. I want to get rid of this Winnie the Pooh belly that I've had forever. And I want to tone my thighs. You can call me fat. You can call me skinny. But at the end of the day, I have my own idea of what I should be. And once those three are tackled, then I will be my perfect, healthy. But I can't just sit around, come home, don't go to the gym, and just think it's going to be okay. No, it's actually going to get worse and worse with each day, month, week, year to go by. That's our problem. When it gets really bad, we notice it instead of nipping it in the bud. We got to start nipping shit in the bud. But anyway, get back to Planet Fitness. So I share, you guys sign up for Planet Fitness. I may have even put a rant on there like, you care about everything else but your health. Join the gym. I kid you not. My best friend Tay, her fiance, I'm going to say that because I'm going to be a bridesmaid one day. They joined the gym and they be going. It's one by their house. She was talking to her mom about it. Her sister got it. Another one of my coworkers, she's been going to the gym. She go to a different gym. Another one of my coworkers, she even changed her eating because she used to sit across from me. We used to joke about food and eat. She'll have food and I'd be like, is it meat? Is it cheese? Is it milk? She'd be like, yeah. I'm like, no, thank you. So she even was like, I think she's doing a pescatarian fast right now, but she's like 5 days in. I'm like, woo, so proud of you. So with me telling her, girl, you need to be vegan, eat this, eat that, and ain't do shit. But look, me joining the gym, people just watching. When it's their time, they'll make their changes. So just focus on you and everybody else will take care of themselves. That's the best way I can say it. It's really comical, if you ask me. It's like, oh, you didn't hear me say, come join the gym with me. Oh, okay, but you watched me go to the gym and that encouraged you more than me telling you? I don't know. But anyways, so let's see. The next one is, let's see. Oh, here it is. How to interpret the pictures of your life is based on your limited understanding of these pictures. When your understanding expands, and that's where I'm at in my life. All of these things are tools that I'm talking about. Crystals, colors, numbers, tarot cards. They're just tools to give me bigger understanding, you guys. And one day I won't even need them anymore. It's just going to be in me. For example, growing up, we all probably had a multiplications chart. You don't need it anymore. It's instilled in you. Some of us used to count on our fingers. You don't need to do that anymore. It's in you. Some of us need to look at a map to go to a specific location. You don't need it anymore. You just remember it. You could be daydreaming and driving and you get there perfectly fine. You're not paying attention to the signs and stuff specifically. It's just auto. But it says expanding your understanding. Your ability to look at yourself and your life expands. You start seeing your life from expanded perspective. This is called seeing the big in the little, or raising your consciousness. It keeps going back to the mind, y'all. So it says the tarot offers you an opportunity to look at things from an expanded point of view. This simple shift in perspective has helped thousands of people who and what they really are. To know who and what they really are, what life is about, which is everybody's number one question, and what their place in this world is. The tarot can also help you do likewise. It's like everybody is searching, but all this stuff is in front of you and you won't. That's like going in a library saying, I don't understand. Just pick up a book. I don't understand life. Pick up one book. It'll give you one piece of life. And just read the whole fucking library, and once you put all the pieces together, it will make a puzzle piece, and you will have the puzzle fucking complete. Or you will be that much closer than what you were before to understanding. So, the ageless wisdom of the tarot, which is teachings that convey universal and natural laws and principles that are never outdated, has a saying, change the picture and eventually you change the result. Y'all, is that not the same? When you change yourself, you change the world, help change the world. I'm a quote queen, but I'm starting to realize a lot of quotes are the same thing, worded completely different. And that is comical to me. So I've done a podcast on universal laws and natural laws, y'all. So see how me learning about those universal laws and natural laws, when I read this book, I can understand a little bit more because I already have universal laws and natural laws. That's all you're doing. It's like we're playing Lego. Or let's say Legos are building a step. Can't get to the next step without building the first step. And so we're building. And when we're done, we'll be at the top of the mountain or the staircase. But you have to build. And build in this example is like learning, putting things in your toolbox. Let's see. This was a really, really good example. I want to read this. So it's called Jerry's Birthday Gift. On one afternoon on her 42nd birthday, Jerry got a surprise gift from her boss. Following the company's sponsored birthday cake and soft drinks, Jerry opened her pay envelope and found a pink slip. Jerry had been laid off. Immediately, her heart sank. She felt like throwing up, and soon Jerry felt furious about getting fired and was overcome with worries about her future. All of this because of a pink slip of paper. What a powerful symbol. Before knowing Tarot, Jerry would have been doom and gloom in her situation. Well, because she knew the power of Tarot, she went home and pulled out her cards. She sat quietly and considered what she wanted to know about her work situation. After saying a short prayer, Jerry laid out a simple 5-card spread. Now, in this book, she'll show you how to do that. Spreads just have meanings like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 means this, 2, 3, 4, 5 means that. You know what I mean? And so when you flip over the card, you can look at the card in that category. Because you can look at each card in millions of categories, so it just helps narrow it down for you. So if you get the book, she shows you different spreads. And you can Google it or whatever. You don't have to get the book. So I'll continue. Within a few minutes of looking at the cards, Jerry began to see her work situation from a bigger picture. She thought, my company has been downsizing for several months. I knew that I could get laid off and I should have put out feelers for other jobs. I've been so bogged down working 12-hour days that I haven't had the time or the energy to send out my resume or to phone friends in my field. Now I have a paid opportunity to do so. If I get into my old patterns of wallowing in pity, I can see myself falling into a deep depression. If I don't wallow and start doing what I know I've needed to do for a while, which is being proactive, my future looks promising. And Jerry felt much better. So to me, there was one way to see a situation. Oh my God, I got fired. What the fuck? I can only imagine. But the cards have pictures on them, and you can look at those pictures and whatever category it's given to kind of see this in a different way. Like, even if you don't have a card spread, just lay the cards out and say, okay, how else can I look at this? That's a more simple way to do it. How else can I look at this? Because each card has meanings, and so you can compare those meanings to the situation. So she was able to view that. And you know what was most important? She had to blame herself. Accountability. The number one thing in this life. We want to blame everybody else, and it's so easy to do. But no, honey bun. And, well, I'll take that back. You can blame everybody else, but when you're done, look in the mirror and blame you too. You want to end it with you. Because with some choices that you made, they got you there too. And you have to swallow that so that you don't do that again. Because if you don't swallow it, you're going to continue to make that same mistake and blame everybody else instead of fixing the root problem, which is self. It's so funny. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know about that one. Okay, so let's see. She does stress, I don't work with the tarot to predict the future, but the tarot does help me co-create a future of conscious choices and avoid a future that is a result of following worn-out patterns that I'm honestly tired of repeating. You know how a girl's going with somebody over and over again? They have that saying, well, until she gets tired, she won't be tired until she gets tired, or something like that. Like, when she really gets tired, she'll be done. It's kind of how that one works. When you are really, really over something, ain't no looking back. Like, for example, when you ready to leave a job, before you leave a job, you already be like, this is not working out for me. Let me collect this last check or whatever. You calculating bills or whatever. You already have it mapped out and you're out because you know I'm out. That's kind of how what she's saying. When you are tired of repeating them same patterns, you're going to look for other choices and opportunities. And this is usually what I like to say. It's coming up, but I'm going to read what she wrote. I read the tarot so that I can see more in myself, others, and life situations that I initially perceive in the present. The following saying is a tarot speak sums this up perfectly. You make tomorrow by what you do today. If you're anything like Jerry, me, and countless others, exploring the tarot holds something for you. Y'all, this book is amazing. Oh my God. Okay, let me get to the next part. Okay, so she goes over so much stuff, and I'm skipping because this book is like, I'm not going to read y'all the whole book. Like 222 pages before you get to the index and stuff. Wait, let me see. 226 pages before you get to the index. She goes over different meanings of the tarot and stuff, but I'm just skipping to the parts that I thought would be helpful before I go over the cards. So I wanted to read her definition because I thought her definition was really good. She gave several though, but she just ended up giving hers before she closed out this chapter. So she says, I decided the word tarot means to me a set of pictures acting as oracles, speakers, or messengers from the gods, goddesses, or Godhead that communicate a body of divine knowledge and purpose, eternal truths and natural law that are a royal road or a way to higher consciousness, also known as enlightenment. Can I just drop the book right there? This is the path that I am on, you guys. This is the path. Higher consciousness, enlightenment, or what? A golden road, please. And then when you get better understandings, you see things differently. So what was that? Dorothy, follow the yellow brick road. Like, oh my God, everything just starts to match. She said, by the time you finish this book, then you'll have your own meaning of what tarot is. And I love how she does that. Like, this is my definition. What is yours? She always points back to you. And you know what? The greatest teachers in life, they always point you back to self. I could show you a million things, but it all depends on you. Now, what are you going to do about it? And I love that. This part, it says different perspectives. It's so many, but I want to read them all because it's so cool. Throughout this book, I emphasize that the tarot takes on different meanings for different people. Following are some examples of what the tarot means to people I've met through the years. Roger, the software engineer. Each tarot card is like a file in my computer. I click on the card or file and up pops the information that I'm looking for. Lauren, the Buddhist. The tarot is the Western equivalent to the Tibetan Buddhist Tankas. Highly detailed mandala-like images, designs symbolizing universal principles that bring personal wholeness and universal awareness, that put the Buddhist teachings into picture form. Linda, the psychiatrist. The tarot is a set of therapeutic picture symbols that link my clients to their subconscious minds and promote healing. Harry, the shaman. The tarot is a magic mirror through which I see past the world of matter into the world of spirits. Claire, the second grade teacher. The tarot is a tool that helps to develop the whole brain. Ogi, the witch. The tarot is a natural religion that honors a generic god. Constance, the feminist. The tarot is my way of connecting with the goddess. Nancy, the Hatha yoga teacher. I see the tarot as Western yoga. Each card is a yogic teaching, asana, or posture. Sammy, the nutritionist. The tarot's 22 major arcana cards are the 22 amino acids. The Jehovah's Witness, a man at the door. His name was unknown. She is hilarious through this book. The tarot is a tool of the devil that will prevent you from being saved. With us on Judgment Day. I can so resonate with that. I'm so glad I don't think like that anymore. I'm going to just pause for a minute. If my God is supposed to be so loving and so kind and all these good fruits, how at the same time can he be so evil, so cruel, so unjust? I don't want any parts of that. That's like having what do them people call that? Where you have two personalities. That's like Heckle and Mr. Heckle, Clyde and Jekyll. forgot. Heckle and Mr. Hyde and Jekyll. Hyde and Jekyll. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Thank God for Google. 333. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't want, and if I have a parent like that, I would have went insane. I can't deal. And if parents mimic the Godhead as well, I don't want a God like that. I need you to be one way or the other. There's duality in the world. There's good and bad. And we're supposed to balance them justly. So you can't be on one hand telling me my people perish for lack of knowledge, and then on the other hand, say this is evil, you're going to go to hell. Which one is it? Do you want me to get knowledge or not? Because you're confusing me. Okay, so the next one is Lorna, the Sufi. The tarot is another way of seeing the workings of the beloved in my life. Terry, the lesbian. The tarot is the first spiritual system that showed me men have a feminine or female side. Paul, the gay. The tarot is a way I can connect with God without having to go to church that tries to sanction who I make love with. Tom, the ex-Mormon. The tarot is a collection of holy scriptures in picture form. The Jugian. You and I are multifaceted people. I love that because I am. I have so many names I can go over with y'all. And I have just as many personalities to match. My parents call me Jamisha. My grandma named me Ttyl. My friends call me Meesh. The babies call me Auntie Boo. At work, they call me JJ. A lot of people just say Miss Jackson. I mean, and I know who it is depending on who's saying it and how that interaction is. Like, I don't cuss around my mom, but I cuss with my friends. My sister don't like certain words, so I don't say them to her. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. We are multifaceted people, you guys. So the Jagarian. You and I are multifaceted people. The tarot cards mirror aspects of our personalities that require contemplation and understanding. Aaron, the Kabbalist, Jewish mystic. The tarot is the ancient Hebrew alphabet in modern costumes and customs. I love that page. That page is my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to try to get through the rest of this so that we can go over the cards because it's going to be a 2-part podcast. I see that now. Somebody did a poem and she put it in here. I thought it was really cute. It's called Do You Tarot? Do you tarot? You are short, you are tall, you are big, you are small. You are young, old, and in between. You are yellow, red, brown, white, and green. You work hard or just hang around. No matter how you look or what you do, doing tarot can be fun for you. And that's what I want y'all to see it as, fun. Don't look at it as going to hell. Please don't. If you go to hell for reading, that sounds like a slave master. Remember, the slaves couldn't read. I don't want no parts of that. Okay. History and mystery. Where does the tarot come from? She lists different places and she gave the history of each one. I don't really have time to do the history. You guys can Google it or get the book. But I will give you some of the names. Ancient Israel or Palestine, Greece, Egypt, Morocco, Chaldean, Phoenician, Babylon, Arabia, Persia, Jerusalem, Europe, Italy, Spain, Germany, Europe, England. All we can say for certain is that the tarot originated somewhere in antiquity. Whether it was Western Europe or Middle or Near East is a matter of speculation. Differing theories regarding the tarot's origins emerged because the tarot kept appearing in different parts of the world, and various people wanted to assimilate its teaching. So wherever it started from, it was so good that they shared it. And to me, that's a beautiful thing. If I could take something and spread it around in my culture, that means it is good. And I just want to end. She have the 10 tarot misconceptions. 1, the tarot is a form of devil worship. Yes, some people who work with the tarot do worship the devil. And yes, in the hands of someone intent upon using it to do harm, the tarot is a devilish tool. But many tarot users are practicing Catholics, Jews, Protestants, Buddhists, Hindus, and Muslims. I just wanted to point out she didn't say Christian, so even these other cultures are able to grasp the knowledge from the tarot. I just don't understand why Christian is so sheltered. Let me continue. If you believe that using the tarot will send you to hell, it will. If you believe that using the tarot will send you to heaven, it will. I put a star next to that. Because again, back to your mind, that is so beautiful. Whatever you believe to be true, it has to be true. That's like a contract. You believed it to be so true, probably a universal law. And so now you have to follow the rules of what you believe. And I don't want no parts of that. The tarot is a religion. If you define religion as a spiritual or emotional attitude of someone who recognizes the existence of a superhuman power or powers, as well as the bond between humanity and divinity, then tarot is a religion. But if you define religion as a particular system, the tarot isn't a religion. The tarot is a symbol code that depicts universal and natural laws and principles that are shared by all the world's greatest religio-spiritual traditions. And I'm going to start using that. I'm a religio-spiritual. I like religion and like spirituality. Basically, she just ends it with, the tarot is a mirror that reflects your face. It points back to you. And then she ends with, putting a curse on your enemy actually puts a curse on you. Trying to force someone a relationship up against his or her will eventually backfires. Watch your motives, because what comes around goes around. And that is manipulation at its finest. She says, if you started the day with a seemingly negative card, it's your job to be on the lookout for the chance to be awake and creative, or avoid it. And then the last thing, the tarot aims to assist you in taking responsibility for yourself, not lying and the blame elsewhere. Wasn't that beautiful, you guys? Oh my God. Okay, so let's get into tarot. Thanks a million for listening. You can reach me on all my other social media platforms by visiting my link tree, which is luv.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.